Today on the channel, we answer the call of duty, that is, with Call of Duty Spawn McFarlane Toys.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another McFarlane Toys Call of Duty Spawn unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Spawn himself. But for all your Spawn needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% off all in-stock items. 15%. Gotta get a deal out there. We know how that goes, of course. And Spawn, of course, no stranger to action figures. Back in the saddle again, once again, like a young Aerosmith in the Call of Duty line. Oh my gosh, what are we doing? And like I've said before, I don't play Call of Duty. Don't know much about Call of Duty, but apparently Spawn has entered the arena, probably blasting everybody away, especially with this arsenal he's packed with right here. And speaking of that arsenal, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, we got Spawn all locked up in this page puncher style packaging. So hard to get figures out of here, but we'll find a way. We'll find a way. Call of Duty on the side, McFarlane Toys logo at the top. There's a more classic Spawn than the tactical Spawn. That's the other one part of this line, of course. This looks just like, kind of when you close your eyes, you think of Spawn for the most part. Spawn down here as well. On the back, 22 points of articulation. Call of Duty, and a little glamour shot of Spawn here. And of course, sometimes you think of Spawn with a heavy arsenal. Sometimes you think of it with a heavy fist with some necroplasm. Wherever you think of it, it is Spawn at the end of the day. But I'm going to take this offline, try to get this guy out of the package. We'll be back talking all things Call of Duty Spawn. All right, we got Spawn out of the package. Let's dive in. And of course, got a Spawn stand, McFarlane Spawn stand. Seen it before. We'll see it again. Call of Duty Spawn card. Let's see what it says. Born in Detroit, Michigan. Beautiful this time of year. Al Simmons grew up to become a skilled assassin and military intelligence officer who was then betrayed by his former colleagues and murdered during a mission. Sent to hell for his work as an assassin, he made a deal with the devil to return to Earth as none other than Spawn. So it says absolutely nothing about his time in Call of Duty. Okay, whatever. Whatever works, Todd from the couch. But we did come with a lot of weapons here, and that's where we're going to start off with this one. You got the big old grenade launcher, I believe this would be. I got the red on the handles, red on the butt end there, and then black throughout, looking very good. You got a big old... it looks like something the Crimson Guard would have in G.I. Joe. Is this a Russian weapon? Is it a Russian weapon? For some reason, it screams Russia. From love with me right here. You got a little bit of tan on the end there, black throughout, looking very good. Got a big old machine gun here. This is your standard military gun right here. Red once again on the magazine on the butt end, black throughout on this one here. Got a very futuristic-like machine gun once again. We've seen all these weapons before with other Spawn figures and those deluxe weapon packs as well. And as I said before in other reviews, these weapons are great. You can't use all of these for Spawn at the same time. You could carry these over into some of your DC Multiverse figures as well. But looking good there. And then another big old blaster. A blaster! We're blasting away. That's what we got with this one here. Once again, the magazine in red. So plenty of artillery to choose from for Spawn right here. Choose your own weapon adventure for old Spawn as well. But now we got Spawn out of the package, and this feels like a very classic Spawn. This doesn't feel Call of Duty to me. Once again, don't really know what Call of Duty is, and I guess if Spawn's in there, he's not going to have Call of Duty probably written on his forehead, I don't think. But it is a very classic looking Spawn here with the black and white colors, and then of course the red over the top. Spawn head all day long, got those green eyes. White and black looking very good. You do get the vest over the top. I guess that's a little Call of Duty action right there, or Commando Spawn action. Got all those bullets right there going on. Got the forearm, that very heavy metal forearm gauntlets over there with all the spikes and the red looking good. Even one on the bicep as well. Got the Spawn belt going on. You got some more studs and spikes down here at the bottom on his legs. Some pockets around the thigh as well. Bare Spawn feet on this one here. He's going barefoot, of course. and you got some more spikes down there. 2 gripping hands out of the package so we can grip these weapons, of course. Got the big old soft goods cape on this one. The cape does feel a little bit small for Spawn. Spawn usually has these big whimsical capes that kind of flow. A little bit smaller on this one here. Very thin material as well. It is nice red color. It does have wire in the cape, which is really nice. And that wire goes all the way up to the collar on this one. And we say it all the time, the higher the collar, the higher the power moves. That's some pretty big power moves on this one. Collar seems a little bit big for me. I'm going to have to figure out the sweet spot for that. I'm not sure where it'll be. There is wire in the collar, though, which is nice. But it does feel a little bit big on that collar for me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But it's a nice wired soft goods cape. It's not the best that McFarlane's came to us with, though. But it does just slide off his head. Let's say you don't want this cape on him. You can slide it right off. You can use it as a weapon, and then you got more of a commando Spawn feel without that cape there. And you could switch this cape to other figures if you really wanted to as well along the way. So that is something that could be done very easily if you wanted to. Articulation, a little bit of butterfly shoulders, arms all the way around, bicep cut, double jointed pinned elbows, hands back and forth side to side, head back and forth side to side, hula hoop up top, plus traditional waist. Got those big old splits if you do need them. Legs go up. Double jointed pin knees, very, very tight on that one. And then you got the ankles, very small feet on him. And you got that big ball down here, which I hate, but a little looser than I like in his ankles. Of course, toe articulation as well. You can't forget that there. But it is a good plain Jane Spawn, commando Spawn, you could say too as well. You're looking at around a $20 price point right now hitting stores. Good if you don't have other Spawns. I like all Spawns, but I can see some people saying there's not quite enough meat on the bone for this Spawn. I don't know if I really need this in my collection. That would be understandable. It really is choose your own Spawn adventure at the end of the day, as we say on the channel. You got to decide. You got to vote with your wallet. That's the way it works. But we did get the tactical Spawn as well. And you can see that guy right here. So 2 new Spawns in our collection late in the championship rounds of 2024 right here. 2 good figures, great figures, wouldn't go that far. But if you need some Spawn in your collection, don't have anything currently, can't go bad, can't go wrong with these 2. Decent enough for what they are. Hitting Target stores right now, other online retailers very shortly. Check it out if you're in the need of some Spawns in your collection. So there it is. What are your thoughts though? Pick up, pass, long game, no game? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Jakks Classic Superstars, the book I wrote myself, almost 700 pages. You got that over there on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and now on Kindle. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for a little Call of Duty Spawn, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.